The plane doors had barely closed when Maya felt her stomach twist, not from fear of flying, but from the fear of being judged again. Her clothes were worn, her backpack old, and the ticket in her hand was bought with the last of her savings. She was a single mom trying to restart her life, traveling with nothing but hope and a silent prayer. She squeezed her daughter Emma's little hand, whispering, "Just a few hours, sweetheart, then everything will be okay." But she didn't fully believe her own words. As they reached their seats, Maya instantly noticed the man beside them, well-dressed, composed, wrapped in the quiet confidence of someone who had never worried about rent or skipped meals to feed their child. She didn't know he was Adrian Gray, the CEO of Gray Tech, a billionaire known for innovation but not exactly for warmth. Next to him sat his own daughter, Lily, with big curious eyes and a heart-shaped face that brightened the aisle like a small sun. Maya felt her cheeks heat up with embarrassment, convinced they looked out of place. Emma, only 6, scanned their row nervously. "Mom, can I sit next to the window?" Her small voice cracked. She was tired, too tired of sleeping on couches, tired of moving, tired of pretending everything was okay. Maya nodded and squeezed past the CEO and his daughter, apologizing repeatedly. Adrian gave a single, polite nod, nothing more. Maya thought that was the end of their interaction. But fate had a different plan. The plane took off, and turbulence rocked the cabin. Emma flinched hard, clutching her seatbelt. Her breath quickened, eyes squeezed shut. Maya reached for her daughter only to feel Emma's small hands slip away and grab onto someone else. She had reached for Lily. The CEO's daughter turned instantly, her face filled not with annoyance, but with gentle surprise. "Are you scared?" Lily asked softly. Emma nodded. Without hesitation. Lily tore her cookie in half and held the bigger piece out. "Here, when I'm scared, cookies help, and if I share my cookie, will you stay? I like you." The innocence of the question shattered something inside Maya. She blinked fast, trying not to cry. For weeks, she'd seen her daughter pull away from other kids. Avoid talking, avoid connecting. Life had been too unstable, too painful. But here she was finally smiling because another child had shown her kindness. Adrian watched quietly, observing Maya's trembling hands, Emma's fear, and the worn backpack filled with everything they owned. For the first time in a long time, he allowed himself to feel something deeper than professional disinterest. He noticed the way Maya kept apologizing even when she did nothing wrong, the way she kept checking her daughter's seatbelt twice, and the exhaustion etched into her face. It reminded him painfully of someone he once knew, his late wife, who had grown up with nothing. When the turbulence worsened, Emma whimpered again. Maya leaned down to comfort her, but she was clearly struggling herself. Adrian finally spoke. "Would you like me to switch seats?" His voice was calm, unexpectedly gentle. "So she can sit between the girls." Maya hesitated but nodded gratefully. "Thank you, really." Once seated beside Emma, the girls began talking as if they'd known each other for years. Lily asked about her favorite colors, her favorite games, her dreams. Emma opened up at first, then fully, her little voice lighting up with stories she had hidden for months. Maya exhaled shakily, watching her daughter with relief washing through her. "Adrian noticed you're a good mother," he said quietly. Maya looked down, embarrassed. "I'm trying. It's been really hard. We lost our home after I lost my job. I'm going to my sister's now. I don't know what comes next. I just want to give her something stable." Adrian listened, really listened, maybe for the first time in years. "Stability," he echoed. "I know something about losing it." He shared a piece of his own grief, how he had raised Lily alone after his wife passed away, how he too had woken up nights wondering if he was enough. For a moment, the wall between rich and poor, CEO and stranger, melted away. They were simply two parents doing their best in a world that didn't make it easy. Then something unexpected happened. Lily tugged her father's sleeve. "Daddy," she whispered, "can Emma come over sometime? She doesn't have many toys. Maybe she can share mine." Her voice carried a sincerity that made Maya's heart twist. Adrian hesitated, not because he didn't want to, but because he didn't want to overstep. But then he looked at Emma's hopeful gaze and Maya's shocked embarrassment, and something inside him shifted. "I think that would be wonderful," he said softly. When the plane landed, everyone stood to leave. Maya picked up the old backpack, feeling suddenly ashamed of its weight and its condition. But before she could take a step, Adrian handed her a simple white business card. "Look," he said, "I know you don't know me, but I'd like to help. You have talent, strength, and it sounds like you just need one chance." Maya froze. "Sir, I can't take charity." "This isn't charity," he said firmly. "This is an opportunity. Gratech has a training program for single parents. We help them get stable jobs. You can start immediately. No pressure. Just think about it." Her eyes filled. She could barely speak. "Why? Why are you doing this for us?" He looked down at the two little girls now holding hands. "Because my daughter showed me something today," Adrian said. "Sometimes the smallest kindness, a shared cookie, can change someone's whole life. I'm just following her lead." Emma squeezed her mother's hand and whispered, "Mom, can we stay?" Maya broke, her tears falling openly. She nodded and hugged her daughter tightly. As they walked off the plane together, two exhausted parents, two hopeful children, and a new beginning forming between them, Maya realized something Sometimes miracles don't arrive with thunder. Sometimes they arrive on a cramped plane seat, in the form of a child offering half a cookie and an unexpected chance at life. And that day, because of a simple act of kindness, everything changed.